and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Hey Ernie, why you late for work today?
I don't want to talk about it.
I swear to you, it was just really good, man. It was, he had a food and everything.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Kent Wilson. And with me always, my homie, Seamus Rogers. How you doing, Seamus?
What up, everybody? Ready to get this show going after all these technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Also perpendicular to me. What up? Everyone say hello to Greg Hoey.
Gregory Justin Hoey.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Why did you leave his middle name out? You just fucked everything up.
I didn't
know it, and he still doesn't, because I just lied right there. And you'll never know! I'm like Lionel, you'll never know my middle name.
It's James. Everybody knows that.
What? What? How'd you know that?
Because I got fucking ESP and shit.
Yeah, well, I got ESPN and ESPN too.
And speaking of ESP, that brings me to the topic of our show today, ladies and gentlemen. Today's topic will be urban legends. Now, Wikipedia defines an urban legend as an urban legend is an urban myth, urban tale, or contemporary legend in a genre of folklore comprising stories circulated as true, especially as having happened to a friend or family member, often with horrifying or humorous elements. These legends can be entertainment, but often concern mysterious peril or troubling events such as disappearances and strange objects. They may also be confirmation of moral standards or reflect prejudices, or be a way to make the sense of social anxieties. So that's where we are with that. And we've all selected a couple urban legends to speak on today.
Well, I got one urban legend. One of them's boring.
Greg's got a urban legend.
I think we all have a urban legend.
Well, I think some of us might have 2 or 3.
Well, I have a job. I barely have time, all right? Jesus Christ. I have a family. I have a job. I'm trying to keep up.
You have the least responsibility out of anybody I've ever met.
What?
Pretty much.
That doesn't mean I don't love you, though.
He gets a dog to challenge himself.
It's challenging. It's like having a kid almost. It's basically like having a kid.
We're not gonna get back into that comparison again this week, Greg. Let's just let's put that on the back burner.
Well, obviously, I know it. A dog is not like exactly like having a kid.
You're doing it. You're doing it right now.
A dog is like having another lazy friend like yourself.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Dogs aren't lazy, man. They expect.
Yeah, they learn to be lazy if you make them that way.
I'm hoping.
Let's see. I'm going to put my editor / producer / host powers to use right now. I'm going to start with Seamus today. Seamus, why don't you hit us with one of the world's famous Carl urban legends?
All right. I'm going with the Popo Bawa, the man-raping demon. Popo Bawa is a Swahili name which translates literally as Batwing. Popo Bawa is a shapeshifter and described as taking different forms. It can take either human or animal form and metamorphose from one into the other. Popo Bawa typically visits homesteads at night. Its nocturnal attacks can amount to simple physical assault and or poltergeist-like phenomena, but most feared is sexual assault and the anal sodomizing of men and on occasion women. Sightings of the Popo Bawa only go back about 50 years. Parkin states that the first reports date back to about 1965 on the island of Pemba, appearing shortly after that island's political revolution. A popular origin story of Popo Bawa proposes that in the 1970s, an angry sheik released a jinn to take vengeance on his neighbors. The sheik lost control of the jinn, who took to demonic ways. Villagers maintain that Popo Bawa becomes enraged if his existence is denied. Ha ha ha! I'm Popo Bawa, and I'm going to sodomize your butt. Only you, you deny me? That gets my pecker hard.
It's the dad of my dreams.
Bite your pillow. You won't remember this in the morning. Popo Bawa allegedly spoke to a group of villagers on Pemba in 1971 through a girl possessed by the monster. The girl called Fatuma spoke in a man's deep voice, and then villagers say they heard the sound of a car revving and rustling on a nearby roof. Many of those on the islands believed in exorcisms and placed charms at the base of fig trees or sacrificed goats. During Popo Bawa scares, many people try to guard against attack by spending the night awake outside of their houses, often huddled around an open fire with other family members and neighbors. Some men are staying awake or sleeping in groups outside their homes. Others are smearing themselves with pig's oil, believing this repels attacks. But little do they know, Popo Bawa loves pig or baby oil and loves to show off his bat wings. Better known sightings followed in 1970, and the creature resurfaced periodically in the 1980s before reaching a peak in 1995, wherein the John Wayne Gacy manifestation arose and prowled the towns hunting for teenage boys. On the night of Monday, 3rd April 1995, a visitor from the Tanzanian mainland was killed by a frenzied mob in Zanzibar town. He was killed because he was thought to be one of a number of manifestations of the Popo Bawa, an evil spirit which had terrorized the people of the Pemba Island for more than a month and was now rampaging through densely populated capital of Zanzibar. This was the first killing of its kind during the Popo Bawa Panic of 1995, and as we would see, it became the most notorious. But it was not the first instance of collective violence in those months, nor would it be the last that ended in the death of an innocent victim. Supposed by the mob to be the nocturnal phantom in person. So they were basically killing. People were just killing like strangers that would come into town because they might have been the Popo Bawa.
They probably were.
Maybe. I mean, I don't trust a stranger in an alleyway at night, I guess.
Better be safe than sorry. You don't want anyone coming in and penetrating your butthole.
One 1995 victim was a quiet-spoken peasant, a farmer named Micah Hamad, who said he does not believe in spirits. He first thought he was having a dream. However, I could feel it, he said. Something pressing on me. I couldn't imagine what sort of thing was happening to me. You feel as if you're screaming with no voice, he went on to say. It was just like a dream, but then I was thinking it was the Popo Bawa, and he had come to do something terrible to me, something sexual. It is worse than what he does to a woman. Ha ha! Say my name, bitch! It will be worse for you if you don't acknowledge me, the great Popo Bawa! Ha ha! Some have noted the striking similarities to many UFO abduction accounts, some of which, like those of Whitley Strieber's own abduction experiences, which he describes in Communion 1988, are fully consistent with hypnopompic or hypnagogic hallucinations. This left many to ponder: were they abducted and probed in the night? Is the Popo Bawa just a bunch of twisted aliens cruising around Earth, grabbing dudes, raping them, and messing with their memories? I don't know. Popo Bawa, people.
Is it Popo Gawa or Popo Bawa?
Popo Bawa. Edit all that shit out.
Popo
Yeah,
Bawa,
probably
the
not.
level 3 boss in Mario.
Popo
Now-
Bawa.
I'm going to say that what I got from this, I'm glad that the urban legends didn't end, with Popo Bawa, because he eventually did go on to create the Popo Baja Men and, came up with Who Let the Dogs Out, one of the greatest songs of all time.
They're always got their dicks hanging. Red lipstick.
Yes.
Oh,
Fun song. I mean, debatable greatest, maybe second best.
Well, clearly, if it's written by Popo Bawa, the metaphor for Who Let the Dogs Out is genitals.
So it's really about sodomy?
Yes, clearly.
So, did he let the dogs out? Is he the one?
I don't know. I think Popobawa can be anyone.
I'm just
Maybe they're
saying.
using the Popobawa legend to be rapist murderers. I don't know. Actually, they don't all get murdered. I don't know.
Well, the question is, who let the dogs out? Do we ever find out who let the dogs out?
Well, Greg, like any urban legend or tale of folklore, it's passed on from person to person, and it's a metaphor for everybody collectively letting the dogs out as it's passed on from person to person.
So it died with the Baja Men.
The Baja Men will never die.
Oh, okay. I thought they already died.
So, like the worst part of Popo Bawa's victims was like the walk of shame afterwards.
Having to talk about him, because if you didn't acknowledge him, he would come back.
Sure. Like, hey Ernie, why you late for work today?
I don't want to talk about it.
I had to make Popo Bawa pancakes after he fucked me in the ass.
Here's my rubber ducky. Let's take a bath.
I guess it's good that he was like a chew and screw kind of guy. Like, you don't want him hanging out afterwards for sure.
He's got anuses to penetrate, man. He's got a lot of anuses to penetrate. You got to move on. It's like Santa Claus and chimneys, man.
I mean, once he's unlimited anuses.
All the anuses, or is it anusi when it's plural? I'm not sure.
All the anus he would like.
A buffet of anus, one could say.
Smorgasbord of anus. That sounds like my fare.
Like fucking, what's his name from Game of Thrones? And all the anus is mine.
I don't know if we watch the same Game of Thrones, Greg.
That's the fucking honey guy, and all the honey is mine. The guy from The Strain who was ruled. The old dude.
Right on.
The guy used to fuck his daughters. That guy.
Oh, the guy that towers.
Yeah.
No.
And the honey is all
Bolton.
mine.
Was it Bolton?
He wasn't a Bolton. He got killed by a Bolton. No, wait, no, he didn't. He got killed by a fucking Arya Stark. Spoiler alert!
Oh, shit.
Woohoo! Actually, I don't know. I'm going by the books, and that shit hasn't happened yet. We'll see that.
Dude,
Stay tuned. 2031.
fuck George R. R. Martin. He's not getting any healthier. He's never going to finish these fucking books. It's like, all we have is what HBO gave us, I guess, and that's kind of sad.
But Brandon Sanderson will finish them for him. He'll explain everything that George Martin never explained in 1,200 pages.
That meme where it shows him in the like that bubble that you run in there, and he's like, I got no time to write these books, and he's like in that bubble, like just having fun like an idiot. Seamus introduced me into that. Actually, no, you did as well. I think actually you were the one who introduced me to the series, Ryan. And I remember watching the first season. And
Actually, I told you about the books way before.
you told me about the book. Seamus, Ryan said there was a show coming out from this books that he liked. So I know you guys were both into the books. You guys are super nerds before. You were hit before it was cool. And I started the books after the first season ended, and I read all 5 books, and I'm still waiting. And so, like book 5 released the day season 1 came out, I believe.
Well, all right, Popa Baja, man. Anywho, that was an enlightening tale, Seamus. Thank you.
Popo Bawa, not Popo Bawa, man.
Popobawa.
I said Popo Baja men.
Popobawa. Popobawa. Wah, wah, wah. Popobawa.
Bawa. Popo Bawa.
It's all going to be all right. Just say my name. Say my name. Say my name.
Mom, Popo Bawa's in my butt again.
Go back to sleep, Tommy.
Popo Bawa just
Say his name and he'll leave you alone.
No son of mine's going to be one of them Popobawa weirdos.
All right, I guess I'll go next. And I decided to pick an urban legend from right here in sunny Maine. And my story is about the Goat Man of Cherryfield. The story goes something like this. Back in the 1950s, a Cherryfield man was driving his truck through the woods outside town. Yeah. He was a local and had spent most of his time hunting, fishing, and logging in the forest of Maine. Those decades of experience didn't prepare him for what he encountered that day. Huh? How was that pause for dramatic
I was going to say,
effect?
what did he encounter?
Sorry, I spaced out. What did you say?
This guy lives in Maine, does Maine shit. So he filled up his gas tank before he left home that day. So he was very surprised when the truck came to a gradual stop on a lonely road. His gas gauge read empty. He got out and checked the tank. It indeed was empty. He checked the bottom of the truck, but he couldn't see a leak, and he didn't see any sign of gas dripping on the road. He was annoyed and puzzled. When he got out from beneath the truck, those emotions turned to surprise and maybe a little terror. Standing in the middle of the road was a man who was half human and half goat. His lower body and legs were naked, hairy, and shaped like a goat's, while his torso was human-shaped and covered in a red flannel shirt.
Look at my hairy balls, human.
Goat horns grew out of his head, and his ears were pointed like an animal's. Other than the flannel shirt, the ghost man looked like a mythological satire of the Greek god Pan. So, the half-naked goat man smiled at the Cherryfield man, and then slowly sauntered back into the woods. The man got back to his truck and locked the door. He tried to start the truck, hoping desperately that he could drive home just on fumes, and to his surprise, the engine started. His gas gauge now read full. He drove home without incident, never saw the goat man again. And that's the tale of the Cherryfield goat man, boys.
So only one person ever saw the goat man.
Yeah, pretty much.
He must have liked to talk a lot. He was like town drunk. Everybody has to listen to his story.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
I swear to you, it was just really a goat man. It was, and he had a flute and everything.
That's fair, Peter. From the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. You just got drunk and ran out of gas.
It was weird. He said to just come into my wardrobe, but he didn't even have any clothes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, the one dude saw it, but it was passed on generation to generation. And I read something briefly about who heard flutes in the woods and thought it was the Cherryfield goat man as well, but there wasn't enough information to really get into it. But that's it. I mean, obviously, if you're a Maine goat man, you go with the trends and wear a flannel shirt. And, I thought it was interesting how his truck ran out of gas, though, or wouldn't start, much like in some of the alien abduction shit you read, where people's cars slowly just fucking die, and then all of a sudden...
Obogawa gets ya.
It could be anything with all these urban legends. It could be a puckwudgie, for all we know.
Ooh, tell me more.
What's a puckwudgie, you ask?
Yes.
Wow! A puckwudgie is a 2 to 3 foot tall being from the Wamapanig folklore. Puckwudgies' features resemble those of a human, but with enlarged noses, fingers, and ears. Their skin is described as being a smooth gray, and at times have been known to glow. In Native American lore, puckwudgies have the following traits and abilities. They can appear and disappear at will. They can transform into walking porcupines. It basically looks like a porcupine from the back. The front half is like a troll. It's like a half-human that walks upright. And they can attack people with traps and lure them into their deaths. They're able to use magic. They shoot poison arrows. And they can create fire at will.
They sure sound a lot like brownies.
I mean, they're kind of cooler than brownies. I mean, they're like the size of a brownie. A brownie's like the size of like their wrist. They're tiny, but like brownies are like finger size.
So, are they peck size?
No, they're like 2 to 3 foot tall. Yeah, so I guess they're maybe like a tiny small. They're like Willow Loft.
Willow's kids.
Yeah. Dada! I'm a puckwudgie! The puckwudgies control Te Pakawonkas, which are believed to be the souls of Native Americans they have killed.
Shit.
Yeah, so Native Americans believed that puckwudgies were best left alone. When you see a Puckwudgie, you're not supposed to mess with them, or they will repay you by playing nasty tricks on you or by following you and causing trouble. They were once friendly to humans and they turned against them. They are known to kidnap people, push them off cliffs, attack their victims with short knives, spears, and use sand to blind their victims.
I can't believe he didn't bring up any of his ancestors, like the Puck Melvin and the Puck Swirly. Also,
The Puck Mo and the Puck Curly.
Well, you guys didn't let me. I was getting there, but legends say the reason Puckwudgies hate humans is because of the Wampanoag tribe. They adored Mashop the Giant and were irritated by the Puckwudgies in the area, who they considered a mute. One more time. Legend says the reason Puckwudgies hate humans is because of the Wampanoag tribe. They adored Mashop the Giant and were irritated by the Puckwudgies in the area, who they considered a nuisance, even though the creatures were only trying to be helpful. The tribe asked the giant to get rid of the Puckwudgies, so he threw them out of the area, slaughtering some in the process. Tossing them out.
Just like Velcro wall night.
Like Tom Brady. Throwing them Puckwudgie touchdowns.
Oh, please. The Puckwudgie does not do a celebration dance after being tossed.
Oh, no.
That would be great, though.
They hate humans now. This caused the Puckwudgie.
I thought he was a giant.
It doesn't matter, though, but these are from the Indian... this is the Wampanoag tribe.
Well, who's that?
The people... They're the Wampanoag tribe.
Americans?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so, like, the Puckwudgies, like, their hatred started with them, but, like, just marinated with all humans.
Well, probably because they were always stealing their corn.
Oh, yeah,
They were, like, worse than gophers.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that Puckwudgies have a terrible gambling problem, and the Native Americans often screw them out of their coin at the casinos.
You know how tight a Puckwudgie is with his pot of gold.
Puckwudgies are commonly found in areas with other forms of paranormal activity. They have been sighted near Fall River, which is close to the home of Lizzie Borden, the axe murderess. They have also been sighted in the haunted Moundsville State Penitentiary in Indiana and Round Rock in Texas, where Bigfoot allegedly lives. If you annoy a Puckwudgie, they might kidnap your children, push you off a cliff, attack you with a short knife and spear, like I said before, and then blind you with sand. Or they might persuade you to commit suicide. A Puckwudgie might be small, but it's deadly.
Like a murderous doll that comes to life.
Yeah,
A ginger murderous doll.
they're magical creatures who live inside the wooded areas.
Well, that's fascinating, Greg. The tale of the Puckwudgie.
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 Puckwudgie. It's not a wedgie. It's a wudgie.
Oh, it's a wudgie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wudgie.
Well,
It's a wudgie, you fucking idiot.
I'm sorry. I got it wrong. I'm sorry.
Guess what? A Puckwudgie's probably fucking sitting outside your steps right now, waiting for you to open the door.
Yeah. Well, then he's sitting in like fucking 2 feet of snow right now, and I don't give a shit.
That's true, actually. Puckwudgies are probably like trying to let me in! Please, Puckwudgie! Please, let me in!
Attention to me, particle!
Alright, well, let's get back on this. So I'm going to do a Darwin Award urban legend.
Woohoo!
Called Steamy Buns. Steamy Buns. 25th of October, 2017, Malaysia. A spiritual magician died after accidentally steaming himself to death in a stainless steel wok while performing a ritual to cleanse body and soul. Mr. Lim Ba, known professionally as Black Dog, had been performing human steaming for more than a decade, despite family objections. The incident occurred at a temple in Kuala Sanglang, a small coastal village in northern Malaysia. The 65-year-old guru sat in lotus position in the giant stainless steel steamer while rice, sweet corn, and vegetarian buns were placed alongside him to also be steamed. For my next act, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for a volunteer. I shall magically boil any and all toxins from your body and prepare dinner for the audience all in one.
Me!
Ah, you're too young. No? Anybody? Nobody? No volunteers? Fine, I'll show you all. Prove to Ramsey my walk skills are indeed unparalleled. So Black Dog clasped his hands in prayer as the lid was lowered over him and a fire was lit under the wok. But after 30 minutes, this steamy scenario went wrong. Devotees heard the magician knocking frantically from inside the steamer. The lid was raised and Lim was found unconscious, steam billowing around him. Suffering from major second-degree burns, the man soon died of a heart attack.
Waka waka.
And this proves that either praying to God is futile or that this is not a very efficient way to steam your vegetables.
Did they eat the meal after?
Oh, I knew you'd be morbid and ask that question. Of course they did. No, they. I don't know. They didn't make. That wasn't an important detail when the master had died.
I'm just saying. I mean, it seems like a waste of food in the end. Is that the urban legend? This is a waste of food?
The urban legend waste of food. They ate him too, right?
Different parts of the world, they may have ate him as well. I don't know.
Well, you know, in the episode, the Seinfeld episode with Kramer bathing with his vegetables, you know, he ate those after.
Yeah, I love that grows.
Okay. Would you eat Kramer bathtub vegetables?
You really want to ask me a would you eat that question, Seamus?
All right, he would, ladies and gentlemen, he would.
I love that end of the episode there when he's eating there with the germaphobe. She's like, so you made these all yourself? He's like, yeah, I bathed with it.
Good show. Good story, Seamus. I've never seen a wok tall enough to accommodate a person, so...
Assuming it was custom made. He was a magician.
Wow.
You think there was a Kickstarter for this wok?
Well,
I don't know anybody that wanted to try it after him.
Well, to each their own.
I'll walk away from that one.
Hey-oh. Love a good walk pun.
Speaking of walking, check out this urban legend about Zombie Road. Zombie Road is a small road located in the city of Wildwood, west of St. Louis, in the state of Missouri. It's considered one of Missouri's most haunted places. It's about 2 miles long through a valley and ends near the Merrimack River in the Glencoe. It's one of the top haunted roads in the world. Also known as Al Foster Trail, which is closed during the night. The trail opens 30 minutes before sunrise and closes 30 minutes after the sunset. It's the site of one of the largest Native American burial mounds in the country. It was once merely gravel and dirt, but now they paved it, and it's still not accessible by cars. Legends tell of spectral American Indians and Confederate rebels, packs of child ghosts, and the tortured souls of working men in industrial accidents. There's quite a reputation as a place where black shadowy figures and other creature-like entities have long been reported. The road is a popular paved biking and hiking trail known as Lawler Ford Road. It started to be referred to as Zombie Road as early in the 1950s. One tale says the nickname from the road oriented from the zombie killer, a menacing loner from the 50s that lived alone in a shack in the woods and attacked young couples that used the area as a place to be alone. Also said to be a female ghost that haunts the area. She's believed to be the ghost of Della Hamilton McClure, who was struck by a train nearby in 1876. But most creepy of all are the rumors of shadowy figures that haunt the roads. Not just a few shadowy figures either. People have claimed to see literally hundreds of dark figures in the woods, watching the road. The story goes that these souls are the children from a nearby orphanage who never received a proper burial.
It's where the spirit world meets for a royal rumble, and nerds come to harvest ectoplasm afterwards.
Yeah, they basically said that like people come out to see this road, and like there's no people allowed at night, and basically there's cops writing tickets all the time. Like
the cops are on the road.
Yeah, there's always cops there, like trying to bust people for trying to get out.
So I mean, if a cop's staked out there all night, several nights a week, how scary is the road really?
Well, I mean, they can't drive out there. I mean, I'm sure they're like hiding in trees or something like that.
They're hiding in the trees.
Yeah.
The road's not paved.
Well, it's not scary because they're out there with their guns, waiting in trees.
Nothing scary about cops these days.
Exactly.
Quite rational people. Always have been.
And there's never been scary movie about truckers.
Can I tell you honestly, the reason I never shave my beard is because I look like every truck driver or like tow person from a horror movie that's like, oh, roads close here. I can tow you into town though. So in order to like not creep everybody out around me, I got to maintain the beard. I look like I'm working at a rundown gas station with bone trinkets hanging in the windows and shit.
So you think if you're just crazier than crazy, they'll just bond with you and be like, oh, this guy's cool. I'm probably not going to murder this guy. I was going to when I drove up, but he seems pretty cool.
It's always a hope. It's always a hope.
So you were second to be cast in Cabin in the Woods as that creepy old guy there at the gas station. What's the guy's name?
I was actually first offered that role, but I turned it down to stunt double in Blade 2. So
With Norman Reedus?
no, Wesley Snipes.
I can see that.
Yeah. I've been told I bear a striking resemblance to Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Pre-tax fraud.
Yeah. I mean, I have said that many times.
You were the one that first mentioned it. And then my mom said, like, when you were born, we thought you were Wesley Snipes.
And when we found out you weren't, we threw you in a dumpster. But you crawled out.
You kept showing back up.
And here you are.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you guys about the legend of Colonel Buck's tomb.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah.
I should have made some spooky soundboard sounds.
Ooh, the founder of Bucksport, Colonel Jonathan Buck, fell in love with a woman and she became pregnant with his son.
What?
I know, spooky, right? Upon learning this, he forced her to leave, and she spent the next few years raising her son alone. Eventually, the woman came back to Colonel Buck, requesting assistance in care for her son, which he refused. To ensure he would not bother him again, he pronounced her a witch and had her burned.
She's a witch!
During the fire, her leg was fetched by her son, who ran away to bury it on its own as a memorial to his mother. After Colonel Buck's death, his own tomb showed signs of a stain in the form of a leg. Despite attempts to remove it, including changing the stone for a new one, the leg image remained and is still there today.
I thought you were going to talk about a different kind of stain.
Saw it with my own eyes! The kid just ran off with the leg! I swear!
You can see pictures of the tomb online, and it's pretty fucked up, actually. It does look just like a leg. And even removing the tombstone, the stain came back, so shit.
Well, that is strange. Otherwise, I would have just said it was a coincidence, and the leg story was made up afterwards.
Yeah, but it's
Maybe there's some truth to it. Maybe the kid was hungry.
Perhaps.
because
She's a witch!
Oh, all right. I got another one. Another one from Darwin Urban Legends. Gerbil Rocket, 1997, 1998.
it's a great name for a band.
Hello, we're Gerbil Rocket, and we're here to rock you.
Oi, we Gerbil Rocket, and we're here to rock your socks off, and you put panties in a neck and neck.
It's one of those. It's one of those like '90s bands, like easily forgettable names because there's so many words in the title. Happened a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
We are the Lemon Sponges.
Oh, yeah.
We are Space Satellite Rocket Starship.
We're Everclear.
We are Quentin Tarantino's foot fetish.
Kind of like you gonna eat that crust. All right, so Gerbil Rocket. In retrospect, letting the match was my big mistake. But I was only trying to save the gerbil. Eric Tomaszewski told the bemused doctors in the severe burns unit of Salt Lake City Hospital. Tomaszewski and his homosexual partner, Andrew Kiki Farnham, had been admitted for emergency treatment after a felching session had gone seriously wrong. I pushed a cardboard toilet paper tube up his rectum and slipped Raggett or Ragout. I don't know. They spelled it Raggett and Ragout like multiple times throughout the thing. Anyways,
It's Regate.
Raggett our gerbil then, he explained. As usual, Kiki shouted out Armageddon, my cue that he had reached Nirvana, so to speak. I tried to retrieve Raggett, but he simply would not come out. So I peered into the tube and struck a match, thinking the light might attract him. At a hushed press conference, a hospital spokesman described what happened next. The match ignited! A pocket of intestinal methane gas in Kiki's colon. Flames shot out the tube, ignited Mr. Tomaszewski's hair, and severely burning his face. It also set the fire to the gerbil's fur and whiskers, causing it to scurry further up Kiki's colon, which in turn ignited a larger pocket of gas further up the intestine, propelling the rodent out of the cardboard tube like a cannonball. Tomaszewski suffered second-degree burns and broken nose from the impact of the gerbil, while Farnham suffered first and second-degree burns to his anus and lower intestinal tract. Sadly, Ragout the journal did not survive the incident.
Or did he?
Or Regate.
Well, he's roaming Zombie Road these days, getting in on the Ghost Royal Rumble.
He's a tiny, shadowy figure.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for our Urban Legends unit this week. We hope you enjoyed it. You all learned a little something. I know I did. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your rockers, because it's time for...
What's in the news?
All right, so only one news segment really stuck out to me this week, and I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about it with everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, totally fucking shitty rapper, Lil Uzi Vert has a thing for bling. So much that the American rapper got a huge pink diamond implanted in his forehead. The natural rock reportedly cost a whopping $24 million and comes from his favorite jewelry designer, Elliot Ellionette. According to page 6...
I saw this shit, man, in the news. What an idiot. What the fuck? Why would he stick a big diamond in his head?
He's a fucking Marvel fan.
He's the Vision?
Yeah.
He's actually, well, that's what everyone's been saying about him online. They're calling him Vision, basically. Apparently, he's a huge anime nerd. And this is references to animes that he's into or some shit. And, you know, myself thinking, I was like, oh, well, I'm an anime nerd. Perhaps I'll check out his music.
Perhaps I'll get that.
That was my first mistake. Because it was the biggest pile of garbage I've ever fucking heard in my life.
I'm into porn, but I don't put a dick on my forehead.
You've never heard this guy before?
No, not until today.
That's funny. I remember a video of this guy that surfaced when he was like on some. I think it might have been Sway in the morning, and like they were trying to give him a freestyle, and he just was like, didn't like. I don't freestyle. Like I don't. And like he like they eventually talked him into it, and it was
garbage,
horrible. It was so funny.
Dude, freestyle. He can't even rap. Like, I tried. I listened to like 3 songs. I could not get through a single goddamn song. Everybody's like, oh, my watch is gray. My watch is shine. Look at my shoes. They are so fine. My watches, my cars, yeah, my watches. Watches and cars and bling. It's so shiny.
Can you do the chain song
That's
again?
actually a pretty banging song. I like that song.
You like that? I feel like that's all you need to have a hit song these days. I don't know what's going on with the state of hip hop today. I keep waiting for someone to point me out a good fucking hip-hop song by all these auto-tune fuckers, and not one person could do it. Please change my mind, somebody. I'm trying.
Have you heard of Krispy Kreme?
I've had the donuts.
Krispy Kreme 2012.
Actually, what's his rap name now?
Froggy Fresh or something like that.
Oh, yeah, Froggy Fresh.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's get a plug. Froggy Fresh. Everybody check him out.
Froggy
Check
Fresh.
out his early shit, too.
Yeah, when he back.
With, what was his friend's name who would just be in the video with holding the gun?
Oh, yeah. He's like, we don't play with guns.
Regular Nate or Neighbor Nate or something.
Yeah, the kid's wearing like a Mac Miller shirt. Fuck, what the fuck was it? Yeah. I made out with so many girls. I made out with every girl in the world.
I got infinity knives.
Yeah.
Shit. No, what he's got is infinity fucking face herpes.
Oh, yeah.
The snot in his nose.
Yeah. Oh, man, that video. I think I like broke that out like a couple weeks ago. or like at least a month ago. I was showing somebody that shit.
It's good shit. It's still good to pull up.
Yeah, it is.
Check out Krispy Kreme, the baddest, everybody. If you've never seen it, check it out. If you have seen it,
Damn.
bring it back.
How you doing it? I'm not doing it.
Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. Hey, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. That's true.
But that's what passes for rap these days, and I don't understand. I don't get it.
What's up? Hey, hey, oh, dear, Johnny, hey,
Watches, cars, necklace, cars, feet, shoes, necklace, watch.
Felching, shrimping, felching, shrimping. I can't decide. Felching, shrimping.
That would be like more like filching, shrimping, what? Filching, shrimping, filching, shrimping. Hey, what? Hey, what?
Hey, Gary, I've been felching you for 2 hours straight. I think it's my turn to be felched.
Hey, yeah.
So Lil Uzi Vert, whose real name is Samir Bissell Woods, unveiled his latest face piercing earlier this week and has since taken the internet by storm. Beauty is pain, the 26-year-old captioned Instagram video, which shows him with a huge pink diamond embedded in his forehead. The video has gone viral with 13 million views in 2 days, racking up more than 87,000 comments. Lil Uzi Vert is known for having a penchant for expensive watches, cars, and designer clothes, but he says this diamond is by far his most expensive purchase.
I hope he likes scars.
It looks fucking disgusting. It's lopsided and shit. Like, I don't know.
That's worse than like the Sharpie dick on your head.
It is, and I don't know. I mean, why stop at face tattoos when you get your forehead pierced? He revealed on Twitter that he spent the last 4 years paying for the diamond. I've been paying for this natural pink diamond from Elliot for years now. This one stone cost so much I've been paying for it since 2017.
So do you think he was planning that for 4 years? Like, he had 4 years to think about what he was going to do with that diamond, and he implanted it in his forehead.
Well, funny you say that, because there's people on Twitter are saying, why didn't you have it set in a diamond ring? And he says, if I lose the ring, yeah, you'll make fun of me more than put it on my forehead. Ha ha, joke's on you. Ha ha ha. And yes, I do have insurance.
Until some motherfucker beats him down and rips it out of his head.
He's into watches. Put it on a watch.
I don't know. I mean,
watch. Put it.
Put my diamond on a watch.
I put my diamond on a watch. Hey.
When I go walking, I put it in my butt.
Mama Gano. Well, I was trying to. What's his name again?
Little Uni.
Mado.
Uma.
So yeah, that's fun. I mean, way to go, Lil Uzi. Thanks for being cannon fodder for everybody.
It'll also be funny when if he goes broke and he has to sell that diamond.
Sell that.
I don't know.
He gets his cubic zirconia put in its place.
It'd be funnier if he just chipped it away a little bit at a time as he needed.
I just need this much.
Sell it to his fans. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, Greg, it's a great idea. He's gonna be relevant in 10 years. I guarantee it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the news today for you. For now, stay tuned for America's favorite fucking segment of all time.
Back by popular demand. All right, guys. Would you rather make your typical yearly earnings but never have to go to work again, or be mad rich but have to work 5 days a week, and it's also perpetual COVID era? You can never be in public without a mask again.
Oh, I'm gonna go rich and work in COVID era. I like wearing a mask. I feel I get to be a ninja every day now, as opposed to my childhood. I would do it for fun, but now I get paid to be a ninja wherever I go. And I don't have to talk. I don't have to talk to people anymore, and I'm liking it.
Ugh, I hate wearing a mask.
Yeah, I second that. I don't like wearing a mask, but I don't hate wearing a mask. I like the benefits of not seeing people and not talking to people, and being able to like walk by people like a ninja.
All right, everybody. We mentioned that we are all antisocial and don't like people.
I talk to people. I'm talking to people right now.
Can you see me? Can you see me? When you see me, you stutter.
Oh, God.
Greg, you got to answer this. Did you answer the question,
No, I
Greg?
said I agreed with you.
He did. He went with your route.
Yep.
He'd wear a mask forever.
Yep. Mask.
We all wear a mask, metaphorically speaking.
That's why I grew my beard, to mask my ugly face. So now, wearing a mask over my masked ugly face, it's like a double mask, and I'm beautiful.
All right, weighing in on the ugly people of all the world, they are saying yay masks.
And you know what? Like, I've seen people, like, I was like, oh, man, like, this chick's hot. And then she takes off her mask, and you're like, oh, shit. So they're probably seeing the same.
Oh, now we're teeth shaming and whatnot.
They're looking at me, and they're like, oh, my God, like, look at his eyes. Like, that's his best feature, probably. And then when I take off my mask, they're like, wow. That is
Put the mask back on.
Put it back on. You're ugly.
Think about the people with, like, nurse and doctor fetishes right now. They must be fucking walking around, like, perpetually hard all the time.
That gets my pecker hard.
Great.
All right. How about this one? Would you rather throw up for 5 days on the hour, every hour before dying, or be flayed alive for 5 hours straight?
No. I'll go first on that one. I'll take the throw up one because I've done that before. When I throw up, I'll throw up for like multiple days in a row.
That's not fun.
It's not fun. It's horrible. But I'll take that over getting flayed alive. I mean, that sounds fucking horrible.
It sure does.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know that Ryan's going to pick the other one. I kind of hope he does pick getting flayed alive. So, it'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of fun if he does.
Have fun with that. You guys are like partying. You go get the chick, pick your torture.
Yeah.
Like,
You can enjoy the rage and fucking molten eating your sausage. I'll fucking take the puking and dying.
you're just in a clear cage watching him being flayed alive.
Yeah, because I could be puking watching The Office or like puking fucking, laying in bed puking. It's going to suck. It's going to be horrific, but it's not going to be like getting flayed alive. I don't even want to get like any skin ripped off. Skin's important.
Like a hangnail.
Yeah.
That's torture.
Skin's pretty important.
Skin is important.
All 7 layers.
Yeah.
Got to have that dermis, baby.
Yeah.
All about the dermis.
Well, obviously, I'm going to go with the puking thing. I mean, you puke once on the hour, every hour.
But it's like a mad puke that like lasts for like minutes and it sucks.
Okay, that's fine. That still gives me like, 40 minutes to kick it and take care of the shit on my bucket list. Like, I'm going to do that, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care.
I'm a good thrower-upper. Like, I just fucking do it. Fucking, like, that's it. It's done. On with my day.
Yeah, I don't care if I like puke and like little creatures grow out of the puke and I have to like fight these creatures.
Puking up
That's still better than getting
those bugs that they grind up in Snowpiercer.
Oh shit. Still, anything's better than being flayed. Flayed, getting burned, or drowning. Like those are my fears.
Yeah, I think I would take drowning over those other ones, but yeah, those all sound awful.
I don't know, man. I could. I'm thinking about it now.
Burning would suck, especially like from your feet up, like they used to do to people. Like, ugh, that lady scorned me. She's a witch. Let's burn her. Let's burn her. All right, let's get back to the game. Would you rather? I stole this one from the internet. Drink a pint of the most disgusting person you know their urine while they look you in the eye, or eat a bowl of your own shit while all the people you ever dated watch?
So they're not dating me anymore?
Maybe the last one.
They're
like
like-
your
they're
current
ex-
date,
they're ex-
your current with all your exes, and she's like, she's supposed to be supporting you in the end. And
Are they
she's watching
cheering you
your
on?
shit.
Are they cheering you on? Or they're like giving you? They're like,
Yeah, they're like, see, he's a loser, and your current girlfriend's just watching like you eat your own shit.
"Hey, I always knew you did shit. I always knew it."
He's doing it for charity.
You know what? Ryan, you want to go first on this one? You want to take this one? You want to take this shit?
You know what? I'd probably eat the shit in front of all my exes. I don't give a fuck. I'll look them right in the eye and enjoy it. It tastes better than you.
Smear him.
Oh man,
Tastes better than you.
that was hardcore, bro.
And if, your current lover is there, she'll still love you afterwards because that's what love is, guys. It's unconditional.
Now, how big is this shit?
Like bowl of soup.
How many
shit.
Keurigs is it?
How many Keurigs? Like, I don't know. What does that mean?
It's from South Park.
It's a unit of measurement of shit Greg just came up with.
It's from
Like the packet? The size of the packet? Or
from
the size of a cup of coffee?
It's from South Park. I think it's the Katie Keurigs.
It's like probably 6 Keurig packs sized.
We're making our own, like actual Keurigs, like the fucking like the little coffee waste things.
6 Keurig pods.
Yeah.
Keurigs are trash.
They are trash.
That's nowhere near enough coffee to maintain all this that I got going on anyway.
Plus, their quality shit. I can tell.
Sure, I guess.
It's like a Pepsi and the Coke challenge. I can tell a real coffee, a diner coffee, and a Keurig coffee. Fucking challenge me!
Are you willing to put your life on the line?
Yes, and I will drink the piss. I want to drink the piss.
You go with the piss.
I know. Fucking maybe remember Carney, the person we lived with at the house that never sleeps.
With the toenails clacked on the floor.
Yeah, I cut my leg on his toenail.
That's so gross.
Probably turned into a fucking puckwudgie in the night, and I didn't even know. Dude, that house. That house, dude. Dude, the best thing was this kid was the Carney, and then he was so fucking annoying, and then all of a sudden he discovered fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon, the game, and he was glued to that game, and we couldn't get him off it. He would not get off that game.
He never cut his nails again.
Ugh, I was trying to sneak past him and go to the bathroom, and I cut.
He jumped on you like a raptor.
No, he was asleep on the couch, and I was the other guy on the couch.
Smacked you?
No, I just tried to. There was so many people in the house. I tried to creep by him, and I brushed up against his toe, and it cut my leg because he had fucking Carney nails.
Did you clean it immediately?
Of course I did. I was fucking freaked out. I was like, oh my god.
All right, hold on.
There either.
Greg's gonna say that he cleaned it immediately, but I owned that house, and there was nothing to clean wounds with in that house.
I think I fucking knocked on the neighbor's house. Said, please, sir, I need some soap. I've been cut really bad by a Carney's toenail. And if you don't give me some soap and hot water, I'm going to turn into a puckwudgie.
I'll take anything. Give me a potato to wipe it off with.
Yeah. Yeah, that was gross. And so many kids there just discovered drinking, and I was kind of over it. I was like, oh my god, I'm so over this fucking shit. And they would drink till 7 in the morning, and then go get more alcohol and fucking drink all day. So it's the house that never sleeps. You remember that girl? We're not gonna say her name, but I was getting weed from her or for her in UNH, and then that one dude one time I was pinching from him so we get high, and that one dude's people who pinch from my girlfriend who know way more about weed than he does. And I couldn't say anything because I would be admitting with pinching, so I was like, yeah, those fucking guys. It was totally about me in the car. Fucking weed.
Yeah. Pretty sure he was insinuating.
Oh, he was insinuating.
Well, you know what else happened to that house, Greg, is the kid that was paying the rent. We introduced him to Diablo 2.
Oh, I know.
And he would lock himself in his bedroom day and night and play Diablo 2 all night. So nobody could use the phone ever.
Or you have dial-up.
It was on a landline dial-up. And this whole time that he locked himself in his room, it turned out he was never paying the rent. And nobody found out until fucking it was 4:20. We just fucking got blazed, and all of a sudden a sheriff shows up at the house with an eviction notice. We just hid until he left.
Yeah, I heard rumor that they like sent like a cleanup team in the basement because the basement was basically just like bags of trash. Like I remember there's just bags of trash in there, fucking all sorts of fucking shit living down there probably. But they had like sending like a hazmat team in there to like clean that place up.
Well, I guess that does it, huh, boys?
Yeah, it's bedtime for me.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's time to say goodnight to America and all the other countries that are definitely listening.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for rating us the #1 podcast in the world. We appreciate that. We love you.
Thanks for checking us out. He said, give us an email at yougonnaaeatthatcrust@gmail or gonnaeatthatcrust@gmail. Give us some topic ideas. Let us know what you want to check out. And thanks to everyone who's checked out the Patreon and given to the Patreon. Thank you.
Yeah, check us out at youtube.com/yougonnaeatthatcrust. It's going to be popping, yo.
Check it. Ta-da.
Peep it. Peace.
Yeah.
This ends our podcast.
Can you see me? Can you see me? When you see me, you stutter.
Doesn't.